I am resident of Collinwood for YouTube. Joel Saints. That is Vickie Ray. That is Tom Diamond. We are here to continue our review of the time tunnel. The Kidnappers is our episode we're reviewing. So aliens enter the room of the
We're
time tunnel.
back to the silver dudes.
Yep, and they kidnap the hottest woman in the room. And
Yeah.
they take her
The
away.
only woman in the
The
room.
only
Well,
yeah
they've got a couple of stragglers that over there by the control panels.
yeah
Yeah, right.
It
yeah.
looks like, is it me or does it look like Doug and Ann have a thing for each other in this one?
It
Yeah.
looks like they were trying to start something. And had
Yeah.
it gone to
I
the
think there
second
would have been a
season,
blooming romance had they proceeded more with this because she's like
yeah,
she's not even a femme fatale. She's kind of helpless because she got sucked into well, when they come and kidnapped her, right? There's
Yeah.
a sudden surge, and Anne is forcibly pulled into time by some whack job. Yeah. And
I,
they arrive on a barren, rocky alien planet with a brilliant but unstable scientist who is also silver. Isn't he an exiled human from that time? He was an exiled human, wasn't he? From that time, scientist.
Yeah, I think
Is that
so.
why he was there?
Yeah, I think so. The thing of
no,
it,
Michael and
well,
Sarah, no.
no,
You're thinking of the one with Robert Duvall.
No,
yeah,
no, 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 not that. But I mean, why is this guy? Who's the one? He played the Blue Gin. That's like he'd never remember this guy's name. He was on I Dream of
Michael
Jeannie
and
all the time.
Sarah.
It's the Blue Gin. That's why I remember him as the Blue Gin.
Michael
But
and
why was he
Sarah.
there? Wasn't he not supposed to be there? Did he get in trouble or something? Is that why he's there?
No, he was the
I know he
leader of the
wants Ian's
pack.
intellect to help him escape.
He was the leader of the pack. He was Barbara Eden's husband. And that's
Okay, yeah.
probably why
Oh,
he
that's right.
was.
He was buried there, wasn't he? I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. And then he went on to Deep Space Nine, and he was Star Trek, and he was Kang on Star
He will
Trek.
forever be the Blue Gin.
Yeah, the Blue Gin. But my question, and Vicky had a theory on it, we were talking about it earlier during the week, is did why did kidnap Anne?
Because of
Uh,
her intellect on the time tunnel. She's a scientist. She's really,
but
if you notice, they always go to Anne when they have problems because that other old Peckerwood doesn't know what he's doing half the time.
yeah.
Honestly, he
but
doesn't. He twists those knobs.
but the but the issue is that there's no reason for unless of course it's for the fans, and it was
Oh, I
obviously
think that
because
was
the
their
fans
waiting.
wanted something new.
Well, this
Uh,
is really, well, I wouldn't put it down. This is the only time we get Anne really, in her own, this is Anne's
sure,
time to shine, really, in this one
sure,
episode.
sure.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I mean, I liked the fact that they all got together again and stuff like that. But you could notice she was markedly cool towards Tony, but she was all over Doug like
Yeah,
a
I
hot
know. It's just like,
potato.
oh no, she gave a big old smooch.
Yeah, that's
I mean, well,
right.
she was glad to see Tony, but she was really glad to see Doug.
That's
So
for sure. She was extremely glad to see Doug.
I think, well, they seem like it always seemed like they should have been together, though, because let's face it, at least they show her as brave and principled and capable and not merely a victim who gets her leg caught and twisted her ankle or something. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I did appreciate that. And this is why this episode stands out, really, because it's one of the few episodes where Anne is really central to the plot for the first time. Because usually
That's
everything
right.
revolves around other characters and Tony and Doug, but this is the first time for Anne to really jump out there. And
And the
it,
last time,
yeah, well, yeah, it's not, well, it's pure science fiction, and they're not really even doing romantic adventure here, which they looked like they kind of wanted to. They probably would have leaned into a romance had they gone into the second season, probably, because they were all really concerned when she got. They weren't expected to see her there. But were they? What were they? Were they like draining minds of all of these famous people that they were going through time and grabbing for their
yeah,
intellect? Is that
Yeah.
what they were after? Was stealing their intelligence?
they
Yeah.
were they were stealing they had different projects going on, like they stole Hitler's mind.
Oh, that's
Uh,
right, because they had Hitler there too.
yeah, yeah. And so that was because they were looking to study tyranny and how tyranny works on Earth.
Was it the
And
year 8433 AD?
and it depends upon which video you watch, but in one episode, you see the Hitler corpse with his eyes open and he closes it immediately.
Yeah.
And in other episodes, he's just closed his eyes are closed. But that was a cool takeoff. But
He was a
other than that,
narcissist, the bad guy was. He thought his genius put him above morality. He was kind of a jerk. He really was.
well, that's another, and
Forcing people's cooperation. But then they peter out if their sun goes away. They just kind of like batteries. That's like they're like photosynthesis or something with these guys.
right, because it's
Mhm.
Canopus.
No, that's
It's
right. That star. Is that an actual star?
yeah,
Is it? I meant to
yeah,
look that up, see if it was an actual star.
yeah. It is an actual star, and the sun, when the sun goes down, they wherever they are, they just stop functioning until the next dawn, and that was what enabled Tony and Doug to essentially
It
get
seems
out
like,
from under their get out from under their captivity.
yeah,
Although that that stuff they gave them to eat, those three little, it reminds
those
me of the gummy
cubes. I
capsule.
wouldn't eat nothing,
That's what
no
they.
alien. Because that alien was stupid. You actually think they're going to eat it. And then they can hear, but there's no visual, so they don't know. I mean, normally any alien worth their salt is going to have a camera in the room.
Uh-huh.
Just
Uh-huh.
saying.
No, that's true. And they didn't, had they been monitoring them all along, they would have seen that but they didn't have video, they only had audio.
Yeah. So they were
So
pretending to eat those things. Then, of course, we're going to knock them out. And why did they go nighty night then? Why were they, gave them something that was going to gradually give them nighty night? You know,
you can see in this episode already, and it's two more episodes left, and you really see a lot of Lost in Space alien stuff.
lots and lots and lots. Yeah.
And
It's your typical classic 1960s, though, warning about rogue scientists and their bad decision making. Now, unchecked power, basically. We're still dealing with the Cold War. You can always tell some of these, that they just really go after Cold War fear. I mean, at least they got that going for them. I just don't remember being that scared of that stuff, other than getting under the desk. They used to always make us do drills in the 70s, get under the desk. So, in case somebody bombed us. I
It,
remember the
it's
Cold War.
it's no alien, that's for sure. Uh,
No. Well, he's a human, though, isn't he?
yeah, yes, he
He's a
pretty much is.
silver.
Yeah, he's silver. He's painted silver.
He's his own malfunctioning technology is his downfall, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I always feel like with episodes like this, it's hard to duplicate like aliens who are pure like evil, but he's a good villain for that
He's a
sense
great
because
villain,
he's
but he's not
smart.
even, he's a polite villain.
Yeah, he's super like
You got to watch those ones, the polite ones.
no.
I actually
an
got
intelligent one.
No, I actually kind of like this episode though, just because they have to trek across alien landscapes and you got this alien that repeatedly tries to kill Doug and Tony to eliminate their interference, but he doesn't really try that hard. Seriously, if he's a real and those guns, oh my god, what is the deal with those guns, guys? That was like a Walmart special.
And the instrument that he takes out of the tunnel is the
Yeah.
same
Oh,
instrument,
that's right. And then they take the little whatever the hokey thing from the
and
time
that's
tunnel.
And
And they
that's the
just
same
leave it
thing that
laying on
Robert
a shelf.
Duvall took. That's the same thing that
Is
Robert
it? Was
Duvall
it the
took
same thing he
in
took?
Taste of Time. It's the same. It's the same instrument.
I thought that was kind of funny. They just left it there on the side. They go, oh, there it is. I'll just grab it. They left it on a
There
shelf
you
or
go.
something.
There you go. But I mean, I mean, it was entertaining to a certain extent, and I think that Lee Merriweather did get a chance to shine.
She was
But
actually quite a good actress. If you watch
oh,
those
she
Yeah.
other
is.
stuff.
Oh, she is. And it was, but I don't know if the episode. Well, what meat do you think the episode had in it, Vicky?
Nate,
Uh,
I
yeah.
I just like seeing Anne get pulled out of her element and put in a different situation.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, something where, you know, there, I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of hoping to see Doug or Tony, and there's just no time for a romance to start. That's what they could have done so much in the second season. It's so disappointing they didn't even at least have a second season. Because now I'm
Yep.
like, you get to the end of this, it's just like you see what they could have done with it, you know? And
They
it
could have
really
done a
could
lot
have
with it.
gone, it could have gone several seasons. They gave,
And there's no
I don't
reason
know.
why it shouldn't have, except that ABC was interested in Custer.
Yeah.
And that
Again, we
was
get Custer. Well, Land of the Giants, I think that lasted 2 seasons. And I mean, well, how many seasons did Lost in Space go? Three?
three.
Was it three? Have you guys
Three.
ever seen any of the new one at all?
Yeah, I
Lost
saw
in
the
Space.
first two.
It's kind of a cool. I like the robot a lot. He's kind of cool.
Yeah, the first two of the seasons. And but but this episode, I don't know. I would, I just aside from Anne, the episode was all about Anne, and Anne finally meeting Doug and Tony after all this time,
And they
and
still can't go home together. She goes by herself. They just never
right,
got
Yeah.
home. You know.
right, right, and that's what do you think of it, Jewel?
I like that they give Anne her own episode, and they do start her off as a damsel, but she doesn't stay
A
that
little
way,
bit.
which is good. You're getting a female protagonist, which is great
Yeah.
in a lot of
Yeah,
ways. I do wish she doesn't stay a damsel. That's great. I do like how they Tony Doug and hers relationship. You see this at the beginning before Doug goes back to help Tony with the Titanic, that they have a relationship with each other, and they further it a little bit here, but they
Yeah.
don't further it a lot. So
No.
how do you
But I mean,
feel
I didn't
that in the
hate it.
first episode of the Titanic, you're saying that Doug and Ann had something
yeah,
going
I
on
thought I
him,
there?
thought they did too. That's why I thought that they were going to
Interesting.
allude to it more throughout the season,
yeah.
but they
If
never
you
did.
before he goes back and helps, he makes the decision to go and help Tony. This
Yeah.
isn't like Doug isn't like doing it by accident. He and doesn't really want him to, but he's like, he's my friend. I got to help him. I can't let him do this by himself. So there's that relationship there between the two of
Uh-huh.
them, and they
Uh-huh.
further it here, which is good. But they
Uh-huh.
don't. Again, season two, I agree with you, but they could have helped more. Help
Right.
us.
And they
I would
don't
have liked
really
to season
develop it.
two.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
I
really
think it's a
develop
great
it.
concept. I wish someone would pick it up. Just like I'm sitting here, you know, just waiting for someone to do something with Dark Shadows.
Yep.
Because I know people, the fandom wants it. Just like somebody do something. We're all
Yep.
sitting here waiting.
Yeah.
Had a shameless plug, had to. If
Yeah.
anybody's listening out there in Dark Shadows land.
Hopefully it happens. Hopefully.
I know they're
Probably.
looking at stuff, but
Well,
Well,
hopefully.
we
right
all,
now that convention is being billed as the last convention they're going to have.
I
So
bet, well, they can't keep everybody alarmed
that's right. That's right. But and I think the fans are going to enjoy it more than the stars will, because the fans will be able to see each other again one
yeah.
more time. They haven't seen each other in at least 10 years. And I think that part's going to be good. It's just a question of what they're going to have aside from at the Dark Shadows convention, what they're going to have aside from the lunch, and they don't have it all mapped out yet. Except that I know that on Sunday, when they go to the Greystoke Mansion, which was the mansion for the remake.
Oh, they'll have it all down by then. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah, one of the stars, either Roy Thins or Joanna Going, will come with them. To be, but in the meantime, I'm still waiting to hear what happens with that. But this
You know, they
episode, go ahead.
no, before I forget, they used some scenes from what they were going to use for Planet of the Apes.
Oh, really?
Use some of the backdrop for that. I found that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought that was before Planet of the Apes, though, but apparently it wasn't. No,
For the Ann episode?
Alien planet surfaces. Yeah, they did a lot of desert footage from California
Uh,
locations. Planet of the Apes, 1968. Pre-production plates. Okay. I was wondering
okay,
how they incorporated that, but they used that a lot. They used a lot of heavier
okay,
use of sets rather than battle inserts. They did a lot of that stuff in this too. They didn't
okay.
have, they couldn't do a lot with this one now, actually, because all they had to do
No,
was
they
lost in
didn't.
space. They didn't really need a whole lot of stock footage for this.
No, it was all It was all dialogue, and it was basically Tony and Doug combating against that alien with the ring around his
Guy with
shoulders.
the madness and moral decay.
Yes.
Because that's what he had. He was isolated. Kind of like cuckoo, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I'd give it an 8,
I
basically,
would do.
because
I'd give it an 8. I didn't hate it at all. I thought it was kind of fun. Actually, I would have given it a 9 because of Anne. I wish I'd liked to have
uh,
seen more Anne. I would like
yeah,
to see less aliens, more Anne. I would have liked it in a different setting, I think, with Anne. I just wanted to see
Mm.
her and Doug hit it off finally. Sad, I mean, because see, Tony was trying to get some couple episodes back. So, I mean, why can't Doug? At least,
It'd,
you know.
it'd have
how
been
do you
int-
feel about it, Jewel?
it'd have been
What
in-
would you give it?
it'd have been interesting if somehow they would have figured out, well, Tony has to stay where Anne was, like in the control room somehow, and they get Doug to transport to her, and it's their episode. But they don't do that. I don't mind that. I'll give this an 8.5. This is really good. I
I
like
thought
what
so
they did.
too.
8.5,
I,
yeah.
I like what they did with Anne. I do wish we'd have got more. I do agree with you. I do wish we'd have got more Doug in Anne because it would have made more sense. But we did get a really good Doug, Tony, and Ann episode.
Yeah, it was a good
Yes, we
episode.
did.
You could tell they all liked each other as friends and they cared about each other. I was just kind of hoping that I just really wanted a second season. I kind of, after getting this close to the end, just like, damn,
I
no one
know.
got back home. Nothing good happened. No
I
romance.
know. I know. Except there was that remake in 2002, and we can decide whether we're going to do that after this is over, but there are still 2 episodes left. And the next one is with
This
Rudyard
one was kind of
Kipling.
effects heavy per usual, but yeah, but they didn't
Mhm.
really use it. I mean, I thought it was highly entertaining. I liked this episode. I can't complain about it. I really can't. Except for the awful freaking ray guns. They've got to do something about them ray guns.
Really, when you think about it, a lot of outer space settings are just a substitute for westerns because they have guns.
Right.
In a way, Star
Yeah.
Wars,
Yeah,
Star,
Yeah.
it is. It's still like some kind of the last frontier kind of thing going on.
yeah,
It is
Star,
the Wild West. Kind
Star,
of.
Star Wars is an outer space western.
It really is. I like, was it Cowboys and Aliens? I love that movie. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to watch it with me. Everybody hates it except me. I love it. I think it's great. I love all that steampunk shit, though. you know.
Have you ever seen the original Ghost in the Shower?
No, I don't think I have actually.
It's a good movie. I'll see if I can find it. I have
Yeah,
it on DVD. I'll see if I can find it and I'll send it to you.
yeah, because if I can't find it, Joe Rondon, he finds me everything. That guy, just
Yeah.
a walking encyclopedia. Well, he works for Shutter too, for Joe Bob Briggs. So
There you go.
he knows where everything is.
Cool.
Shameless plug for Joe.
That's for sure. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Um, so other than getting them back, and you knew that sooner or later
He was gonna get
she was
back.
going to come back
And
to
she brought the piece back. They put the time tunnel back together, but of course, we're not getting our boys back. And that sucked because they had that connection. And then there was just, there's nothing. And it kind of makes you sad for them because they like each other.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean, they make that kind of connection, but that's all it is, kind of a connection.
right, exactly,
But
Yeah.
she was really
exactly.
glad to see Doug.
She was thrilled to see Doug.
I
Yeah.
mean,
She
well,
was,
it kind of sets a different kind of tone to things when you sent that. But if you find out that Tony and Doug as actors really did not like each other, and so I mean, so
it's
you could, but they
amazing to
really
find
did good
out.
about putting their differences aside. I think that's a lesson everybody can follow. But I mean, I would have never known it. I would have thought they were the best of friends.
Well, that just came out a few weeks
Sort of
ago.
like Betty Davis and Joan, Crawford. They hated each
Crawford.
other, but you wouldn't have known it in their movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But I
know.
mean, it makes sense
Well,
that
sort of like in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Joan Crawford actually put weights on herself so that Betty Davis would have to carry her with heavy extra weight. They were bitches to
oh,
each other.
that's
But in all honesty, they could have been the best of friends had the studios not pitted them against each other for ratings, which they did.
that's for sure. That's for
So
Yeah,
sure.
but their rivalry kind of helped Hollywood when they saw
yes,
that.
it did. Did it? It did. I mean, well, I mean, just the Oscar thing that went on over the
Yeah.
Oscars. I mean, that was just fucking hysterical. I mean, those were badass ladies. And what really sucks is they were only 50 at the time. They made them feel like their life was over, and that Hollywood is just evil that way. It's just
Yeah.
evil. They just
Yes, it
toss
can be.
people aside like old shoe leather. And these were the greats. I mean, Joan Crawford and Betty Davis, they shit all over them,
That's for
because they were
sure.
older women. And I mean, everybody thinks it's all about, racism, ageism, and sexism. It's so much worse sometimes. It really
I
is.
just realizing, Vicky, you got Star Trek earrings on.
Now
That's
they're
yeah,
silver hoops. I got them in Mexico.
yeah, that's the kind that they wore in the first season.
Big hoops are back, baby.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I got bigger ones.
Oh, do you?
Mine
I'm
are
sure
bigger than yours.
um, possibly. Uh, we won't get into
I will
that
not talk about
in
your
mixed
your
company.
your jewelry preferences here, though.
Hmm. But no, but I like them. They're very attractive.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And it seems that the main plot was getting him back,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we run
Well,
out
why
of
did
things.
but the way they took her though? The guy just shows up. I am here for
Puts his arm around her.
Yeah, they just kind of.
Yeah.
She's like, it was just a weird kidnapping because everybody. Don't tell me those guys couldn't have put up a better fight to save Anne. It's just like, come on, where's all the men power here? Just like everybody's just shitting bricks and not doing anything. There's no valor going on.
That's for sure. That's for
But
sure.
all's well that ends well. I give it a solid. I'm gonna give it a 9, honestly. So
Yeah. Yeah. Fun episode.
it was a fun episode.
It,
I love all that. I love it when they get crazy because I mean the whole premise of the show is nuts anyway. So I mean you really can't exacerbate a situation too much.
would have been nice to see an episode where Ray Was
I wish the Ian
Swain.
went. I wish Ian
My
went back more.
Yeah, was Swain would and that guy Jerry from the beginning of the season dropped out completely.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, you're right about that.
yeah, so so that's another mystery for the time tunnel to solve. Anything else to talk about here?
No, sir.
No,
All right,
I'll stay
so
warm. Hey, let me know about what the groundhog sees his shadow tomorrow.
it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You never know. It might matter. I mean,
I heard. I
actually
heard.
this winter has been good. Maybe we won't have a long winter after all.
I heard
keep
the wood.
warm.
I heard the woodpecker. It doesn't matter.
The woodpecker. Oh, you heard the woodpecker. So if the woodpecker pecks, that means more winter.
It means spring's coming.
Oh, okay. So that's a good omen because I never heard about the
Mhm.
woodpecker. I only heard about the Puxatawny groundhog.
Well, it's like
Puskatani.
when it was getting cold up here, and like before the snow hit, you did not hear the woodpecker because the trees were too hard. If you
Right.
hear the woodpecker pecking through the trees and
That
getting to
means
the
they've come back. Oh,
yeah, it means they've
that
come
makes
back.
sense. That makes sense.
It
I'll
means
have
How
they've
to
much
come
ask.
back.
snow did you have, Jewel, down there?
Lots.
They got a shit ton.
There's a picture on my Facebook.
I
It's
gotta go back and look. My mother, they already got the lake effect snow and that other stuff dumped
I
more on.
was
It's like
I was
snowmageddon in New York. I mean,
because
it's
I went.
terrible.
Oh
I had
yeah.
just shoveled my driveway literally because my son wanted to go out and check the mail. I said, "You got to give me a minute. I got to shovel the driveway again." And he said, "Okay."
Yeah, that tells you got a big driveway. You got a long driveway.
Yeah, okay,
Oh
yeah.
man, I used to have a 200-foot driveway in the snow belt, so my heart goes
Uh,
out to you.
so I'm not the only one who shovels it though, so that's a good thing. But I had to shovel
Get
it.
you a
So
snow blower, friend. What are you
a
doing?
snow blower. Listen, here, snow blower.
Back in the
Hey,
good
you
old
Um,
can't live
days,
without them in New York.
back in the good old days in Brooklyn, we picked the car, we picked a spot to park the car,
Yeah.
and
there
then
you go.
3 weeks later, after the big snowstorm,
Put the day
uh,
glow flag on your car so the snowplow don't take out your car.
yeah,
With the
yeah,
day glow
yeah,
flag. Don't hit
Okay.
my car.
yep.
People don't
Had to hide,
believe me down here. They
had
know
to
it's just
hide the
like
neighborhood kid. Had to hide the neighborhood kid. Boy, that was. I'm glad I don't have to go through that anymore. I
they did.
feel.
Yeah, you act like New York City the last time it was cold and it snowed. It's like, oh my God, New York always gets snow. They act like they've never had snow before. It's weird. But
Yeah.
anyway, oh, thanks, Jewel. I just saw that
You're
pop across
welcome.
on my watch. You're quick. Thank you.
Yes, I'm very, very quick.
Give me something to watch.
There you go.
Okay, guys.
All right. Yeah, I'll
We'll
see you
see
guys next Sunday.
You stay
next
warm, and
Sunday at 8.
we'll
Yep.
see.
Have a
We'll
good
Sunday
see
at
if
one.
8, 7
we'll see if
Central
that groundhog saw his shadow or not. But we
for
got the
the
woodpecker now.
That's right. That's right.
for
Uh,
the Rudyard Kipling episode.
Right.
yes.
That's
Right.
next to the last one.
Link to the Literary License podcast will be in the description box. You can get Vickie Ray and Tom Hotz on Facebook. Hit them up. Ask them questions. They're very nice folks. You guys have a good one. Take care.
You
Take
guys
care
have a good
now.
one. Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.